All right, and welcome to Point Taken. I told you guys it was going to take a second for it to load up. That's what it does. It just takes a minute for it to load up. I don't understand what's going on, but hey, this is Point Taken, the wrestling format show where these guys give debates and I just talk. Yeah. All right, so we got a new guest this week. It's Michael from Kicking Out at 2, Michael the Brains from Kicking Out at 2. How you doing, brother? We're still doing that.
Doing pretty good. Glad to be here.
That's good. That's good. This thing's still loading, still charging. I don't know what the hell is going on. Um, we're gonna Mob. How you doing, man? I can't wait to get this fixed.
I'm chilling, man. Ready to try to take this crown from Carlos this week.
I was gonna say, hey, and Stampede, the runner-up from last week, right here. He's right here. How you doing?
Yeah. Chilling up here in Canada. It's freezing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, sorry guys. We are having technical difficulties right now. OBS is being weird. It will load up and be fine here in a second. It just OBS is like Windows 95. You know? It just takes a minute. You know? You gotta wait. I don't understand. That's why I gotta get something for the beginning. But now we're good. And the champion of last week, Carlos, how you doing, my man?
Good man. There can never be another first, so I'll take that. like I say backstage, if I lose everyone from now on, I'll always be the first.
Yep. Well, that right there
Say what that-
deserves 2 points already for already being
Down in the
acknowledged as a champ. Well, this is Point Taken, where everything gets taken from these guys. These guys right here. We'll be discussing other topics and other slides, and as soon as OBS starts acting right, we will get shit the right way. Yes, we do cuss on this show. I'm sorry if that offends you. And yep, and I got OBS to finally work. So if you get eliminated, Mike, just like sped. If you get eliminated, Mike, you get 30 seconds of FaceTime before you leave the show. Winner gets 1 minute of FaceTime, and that's how this show starts. Come on, baby girl. You can work for me. There we go. All right, so we're going to start off with Finn Balor and his comments on the What Do You Want to Talk About podcast. He's talking about how he might, think that WWE may have harmed the indie scene by taking all the top names. Do you guys agree with that? We'll start with the champion from last week, Carlos. Let's get with this.
So with Finn Balor, I'm not surprised. This is what they do. Of course they ruined the market. That's what they were doing back then. Again, that's why we needed champion companies like AEW, like companies that are paying wrestlers good, because they don't want competition. Again, you can look at the thing with TNA. It's not a true partnership. It's like TNA does their bidding.
Yep.
They want to just be the one big thing in town, and that's WWE. So I'm not surprised by this news at all. It's something we've talked about many times. I'm surprised they actually let it release on their podcast
Brains?
about it. That's one thing that surprises me about this.
Michael?
Like, wow, you actually put that out there. Okay, but I think it kind of goes to their narcissism. They're getting narcissistic these days.
Mike, Brains, what do you think?
Yeah, I can't disagree with it. Unfortunately, the whole idea that you're bringing in as much talent as you can from the Indies, especially when we're talking about the UK scene, which is what he was really digging in on,
Yep.
of them taking the Tyler Bates and the Peter Dunns and the Walters. Like it's the same thing that happened when Vince did the territories. Is whether it was the end result or not that he wanted of tearing out all the territories, that's what you're doing if you're taking all of their top talent.
Yep. Mob?
I gotta call a spade a spade. They got exactly what they, aimed to do.
Yep.
They wanted to step on them and take their talent. That was the old mind. It's actually, you know what? It's still the mind state. It's just with other companies that are big and thriving, they're not allowing them to do that. Like, had they been able to do this with AAA and take over Mexico, they would have. Problem CMLL isn't having that.
Yeah.
So what they did, so what they did in the UK is they made it a plan to go over there, take all the talent, leave them starving and hungry. And you know what they did? They went over there and left them starving and hungry, took all their talent. I think the only note taken from this whole thing is what Carlos said. I gotta throw it in there. I'm surprised that Finn would even go on air and say this after he got a new contract.
No, I feel that. Stampede, sorry. I clicked too many buttons. Stampede, go ahead.
Yeah, like over the decades, like WWE is essentially like a herd of locusts. They just come in and they devour everything, right? They just gobble it all up. By the time they were done with the English wrestling scene, there was tumbleweeds blowing through it. There was nothing left there, right? And Finn would know that scene. He comes from there. To top it all off, they weren't even done with that. It's like, hey, Rev Pro, we'll put your stuff on our network, and then at the end of that, we have an option to buy not the content, the entire promotion,
Yep.
right? Like they wanted that too. Like they weren't just good enough with the talent; they wanted everything.
Now,
So yeah, Finn is bang on with this.
I agree with that. That take was good. I like that one. That was good. Come on, next slide. I clicked it. All right. So Obafemi wins at New Year's Eve. Evil, sorry. My boy Esteban was in there. Esteban, you were there. You remember this? Oba wins. He relinquishes the title. Should champions leave the belt behind like this? Should it be, like what he got? Or should all champions do this if they're going up to the main roster? We'll start with Mob.
All right. Well, this is a double-edged sword here because typically I'm fully against this, but I'm gonna say one thing. Due to the fact that NXT's lack to make people, make stars, without already being made before they get there, there is absolutely nobody on that roster to take that title from him clean.
I
Because
can't
he's a
give you a point
heavyweight
now.
player. Man,
What? I can't give you
He's
a
a-
point now. Hold on.
He's a-
Hold on. You get the mute. You
nobody
get the
there.
first mute of the damn season. Hold on. You get the first mute. Because there's one man standing in the background right there that took the NXT North American Championship from him at Halloween Havoc last year, in 2024. That's the man that I thought that could take it from him. But I do give you 2 points for your take, though. I do like that. We're going to go with Mike the Brain, though, on this one. love you,
I
Mike.
do not think they should do this with everybody. However, when you're dealing with someone like Obafemi, it's akin back to Asuka. Now, Asuka was undefeated when she did it. However, who are you going to have in this role? Yeah, we could put we could put Tony D in it and have him beat him and all that stuff and do that story. But they're needing new talent. They're needing new blood now. So calling him up right now, hell, should have called him up about a month and a half ago.
3
That's a whole
months
other
ago.
conversation.
Yeah.
Doing this shows that he believes no one here can beat me. And so he's going over to the main roster now to get the real challenge.
I get that. We'll go to Carlos real fast.
This would have made sense if Ricky Sage didn't already beat him for the title once before. This is so stupid. Like, this again, don't give them credit for long-term storytelling. Like, don't get bullshit. If Ricky didn't already beat him for the title, then this would have made sense. But Ricky already beat him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so irritated by this bullshit.
Stampede. I love this guy.
Yeah. No, and also no.
What?
Right? Like this is just wrong in every aspect of what they did. Oba is a huge name in NXT.
Yeah.
Right. Beating him is a huge rub, and him taking a loss doesn't affect his aura
Yep.
in no way. So leaving that title there, no rub for anybody.
Yep.
Right? Slater, right, who could have walked into TNA on January 15th, holding their title to a big audience, and then somebody would have to beat him. So they're getting that rub, right? But they didn't do any of this. So they're going to have some sort of tournament, I guess. And by the way, in case you haven't noticed, WWE fucking sucks at tournaments. So, like, nothing good came out of Oba leaving that title on the mat, other than him getting called up to the main.
Mom, you got unmuted. Keep going. You're up again.
Yo, I agree a little bit with everybody here, but my thing is this: if you want to send Oba to the main roster and you want him to be a huge star, one of your top 5 guys with all these rumors we're hearing coming out, it does nothing for him to lose that. NXT just doesn't have top talent. They need to build better characters. They need to do something at the top of their card. I look across it, and realistically, I probably would have picked Ethan Page. Like
Thank you.
Yeah, the NXT roster just isn't good at the top of the card. The women are running the show.
But again, here he lost to Ricky. Like he's already lost the belt.
And I hated that. I hated that too.
I love you guys. These are good takes. All right, so oh, this one's good. This one's good, folks. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Stampede, if I'm saying this wrong, please let me know. Kiko is eyeing AEW. Do you guys think she's the next female to leave Stardom and head over to the United States? Indies, major promotion, anything like that. We'll start with Stampede because this one right here, I want to hear what the encyclopedia has to say on this.
No, I don't think she's leaving.
Okay.
But I think this is an overarching kind of thing with a wider kind of scope to it, because I think you're starting to see that shift.
Yep.
You know, people that are growing up and getting into the business, their dream, right, isn't by default now WWE. You're starting to see AEW crop into this.
Yep.
Right? You're seeing it with Kiko, you're seeing it with Tekla, Nick Wayne, Billy Starks, right? Like it takes a while for that to shift, but it is starting to shift.
Yep.
You know, only 7 years in. So
No, yeah.
it's good to see though.
Brains. I like calling you that now. Brains. I love that. 2 points for your name.
Same thing we do every night, Sped.
Try to take over the world.
So I do agree that I don't think she's coming over right now. I also would be worried about her coming, to be quite honest. We've had some great Asian talent come into AEW, and I don't know what the disconnect is, but they don't seem to connect well. WWE's just now finally understanding it, apparently, because we're just now getting where people are loving Io, loving.
Yes.
They've always loved Asuka, but like they're finally starting to get behind these girls.
Yes.
Where we have people like Riho, which she has a fan base, yeah, but who looks at her and goes, she's going to be the next world champion?
No, I feel that. I like that.
I kind of worry about that.
Carlos?
I think this is, I think this is the benefit of when you have a true partnership like AEW does with these companies, because again, she can come to AEW and she can still work for Stardom, and I think that's a beautiful thing, So I don't agree. I think they've done a good job with Japanese talent, like Shida has been a multiple women's champion, Rio as well has been champion there. I just think it's when you work with people and you still let them work other places, that's why all these stars are going to go to AEW. It's not because they're afraid of the grind, like Triple H would like to try to make people believe. It's because they can still get back to the promotions that help make them.
Yeah, Takeshi signed to 3 promotions. I feel what you're saying on that.
Yeah,
Mob.
It's beautiful.
It is.
I think that she pulled out a bait, threw it on a hook, threw it out there, and seen how much money can come back in on the other end.
Yes,
I think she did.
That's my man right there.
Contract, triple contract.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
She's letting them know I'm open for business.
Open.
Do I think she just leaves and goes to AEW? No. I think she's more of a dual contract player. I think a lot of these people, wrestlers that are, leaving from other countries are going to end up getting those dual contracts. It's what's best for business right now.
Yep.
But I do believe we see her. Just because of this comment, I'm going to say she has a little excursion coming up soon, and we'll probably see it pop up over there for a little bit.
I feel that. All right, so we're going to the next slide. A new class action lawsuit has been put out on WWE and ESPN, and the question is WWE at fault for how the PLE access communication were handled? Basically, WWE and ESPN are being, blamed for the way the direct-to-customer and all that other stuff was handled for PLEs and stuff like that. At first. The lie. So we'll start with you, Mob, then, since you said it. Go ahead.
Well, put it like this, man. You get WWE is so used to lying to their fans, and the fans still defending it, eating that crow, and just arguing away out the front door somehow, right?
Yep.
That this time they were deceptive to the wrong people.
Yep.
So when they told everybody you have ESPN, you good, there was a lot of people arguing for them, right? And then the next day you seen all those same people fitting. They couldn't get on ESPN. So WWE told them the sky was red. They went outside. The sky was blue. Now, a lot of those babies, are upset. Yep. So I think it's justified. And I think that WWE is responsible for the bad promoting, having you think you're getting it.
Brains?
So here's going to be the problem. Is WWE at fault? No. Is TKO at fault for the contract that they did and gave out? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yep.
So what's going to end up happening with this, and we're not looking at the documents here, but if those documents say WWE, this is going to fall through quick because they're not the ones who signed that contract.
Exactly.
So they did advertise, but they're not the ones who made the deal.
100% right. We're going to Carlos.
I mean, this is capitalism 101. I mean, I don't think there's anything lost because again, they're going to go out for every dollar.
Yep.
ESPN's not paying them billions of dollars to not make money. So if you thought you're going to get this free on just your cable, you're a fool. They pay this money because they want you to pay $30 for their service for people who want to cut the cord. They wouldn't be paying that kind of money unless they were trying to make capitalism and make people buy the app. Sorry, no, I'm no sorry.
Stampede. You're muted, brother. You're muted. There you go.
Oh, yeah, they're at fault, and everyone involved with them is at fault, which
Yep.
includes TKO, right? Like, if there's a lawsuit to be had, like WWE are right there at the very head of the lineup to say, sign me the fuck up, because that's their thing, right? That they love lawsuits, that they get in them left and right. And plus they have the mindset of, well, we're WWE, so we can, kind of do as we please. Like, get over yourselves, really.
I feel that.
Lawsuits are free publicity, man.
Collecting them
Keep
like
your name in
indie
the news.
I swear
Hi
to God.
guys.
Booker T has some comments about Chris Jericho's perfect ending in WWE. It's fitting that Chris Jericho is going to end his Hall of Fame career in WWE. What do you guys think about that? We're going to start with the man that has major comments about this, Stampede.
I don't want to mention AEW, and then proceeds to go and mention AEW, what, 4 or 5 times? Like does he? He's so out there, like in everything that he says, like especially when it comes to AEW, like it's a trigger for him for some reason. I don't know why. He couldn't even like all the stuff he did in AEW. Like, well, what stuff, Booker? Like, be a little more specific and less vague, right?
Yeah.
Jericho, as a whole, is one of the most over-talked subjects, not only in wrestling, but in the fucking universe. Like, the guy has a match since April, and he's 55.
Yeah.
Like, move on, man. When
Yep.
you sign somewhere, fine, pick up the conversation. But
Mob.
it's talked to death.
You're up, Mob.
Man, I'm not really a fan of Booker at all as far as an online presence. It's more cringe than it is good, similar to his commentary. But with the situation, I don't know what Jericho's going to do. I think going back to WWE and leaving someone that you probably really, really friends with and drinking at his house and partying with and probably give you a job to the day that you die, to go have a pathetic, retirement run, that's a bad decision. As far as Booker, man, Book is shit online. Book is one of the most trashiest faces of a podcast. And I can't honestly stand anything that comes out his mouth. As far as Jericho, I got to go with Stampede. When he appears, he appears. He's one of the GOATs. Right now, I just don't really give a fuck.
Yep, I feel that. I do feel that. Brains, we'll go with you next.
He was a GOAT 5 years ago. Now he has the chest of Kofi Kingston and the belly of Sebastian Booger.
Damn.
He needs to get out of the ring and stop it. Do I want to see him come back? Do I agree with the sentiment of it's a perfect ending? Yeah, I do agree with that. I agree it's a perfect ending for him to come back, get the Hall of Fame ring, walk out into the sunset, and be done. I do not want to see him come back and face AJ, face Javon, face the dude that cleans the toilets in the back. I don't want any of that. I just want him to get his ring and go away.
I feel that. All right, Carlos, I love that take. Damn, that was a good one.
So bookmark that post for when Jericho completes his retirement tour from WWE, gets that bag, and then goes to AEW and gets one last match there and grabs that bag too, because that's what exactly is going to happen. Again, appreciate Chris Jericho, the ultimate bag getter, a dinosaur that's dying. Again, kudos to that man. He knows how to grab that damn bag.
Oh man, that was good. Damn, that was good.
Dying is crazy.
All right, so we're on.
You know it is. You know it's going to happen.
We are on our first elimination. All right, and I gotta hit the buzzer on this one. Sorry, I forgot to hit it. And it's not gonna work. Fuck it. Okay, right now. All right, so Stampede's eliminated. He had the lowest points. I'm sorry, man. He
Wow.
I'm telling you, Mob came in hot this week for some reason in the first round. Last week,
USA.
last week it was all Stampede came in hot. Stampede came in real hot last week. This week it was Mob and Brain. Those two was like, you know what? We gotta get in there. You know, the last two slides, those two got it over you. If this was a boxing match, all right, they won the last 2 rounds. I'm sorry, brother. All right, well, we have to ask you.
Stampede, I feel like this deserves
apologize,
I'm
Stampede.
sorry, I love you.
Yeah, this does. Yeah, we have to ask you to bounce out real fast. Just stay in the. I can't kick
I'll
off.
bow out.
Yeah, you got your thing though. You gotta get your 30 seconds in. No, get your 30.
My 30, yeah. Just like all this, the tribalism stuff, like it's just constant, man. It's so tiring. It just sucks the life right out of you. You know, like Mike has always said it best, right? You know, wrestling is a buffet. Not everything you're going to like on the table.
Yep.
Right. But there's things that you're going to like. So, and that applies to every promotion. Go in with that mindset. You'll enjoy what you're watching much more. So.
Thank you for being in this show. 0 for 2 though. You will win one day. All right, we're gonna go to the next round, and the next round starts off with a brand new champion. I swear to God, brand new champion happened on SmackDown. Jacob Fatu returns. Accidentally helps. Drew McIntyre win the title. Does this set up a triple threat at Royal Rumble? We'll start with the brains. Go for it.
Absolutely, it sets up a triple threat, but I just want to see the rest of my time of talking about this to go, what is this bullshit? We wait to give Drew McIntyre a world title shot. We finally give him a world title shot through shenanigans and a pre-taped overseas SmackDown. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? This man carried your shit through the COVID era. Give this man a proper title win, please.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think they're going to do a triple threat.
Love that. Mike, Mob.
Simplicity 101, man. You could see what they're gonna do before they do it outside of the surprise running. So you know they're gonna give it a triple threat. It's sad. You just gotta feel bad for Drew, man.
Yep.
You just gotta wonder what was on the other side had he had not taken a new contract over there, because he's the Scottish Warrior. There's no reason for him to need all this extra help and shenanigans to get the belt. All you had to do was have him go in there, claymore someone's head off, and take the title. Cody's not that threatening in the ring to have to do all this. Like, Drew looks like he should be able to walk through him.
Oh, it was a 3 stages of hell match, so I understand the help at the end. Everybody's tired. You know, you gotta need help at the end, yeah. Unless you dig real deep, but Carlos.
I love how they do surprise returns overseas, right? Oh, the surprise guy that flew 20 hours to get here that nobody saw, or Jordan Grace backstage, stopping to be backstage after a 20-hour flight to sign to SmackDown. I don't think it's going to be the triple threat because again, if you guys didn't watch it, they're doing a tournament for Drew's opponent at Royal Rumble. They're doing like a little 8-man tournament. But my fear is that it is going to be a 3-way, and Cody's going to connive his way in there to take the Scam title. Don't do it, WWE. Please don't do it.
Nice. What's happening? I love it. Come on, slide. All right. Now, this is, what's his name? Bruce Pritchard. I forgot his name there for a second. Bruce Pritchard was talking about the limiting. Talking about limiting the WWE, why WWE limits the number of matches and stuff like that. He believes that if you have a lot of matches, nobody remembers the beginning, middle. They just remember the end. They just remember the main event. Now, my question to you guys is limiting the number of matches the right way to improve quality and focus? We'll start with the brains on this one.
So as a wrestling fan, since I can remember, and however, someone I also believe that this show should be something to lie about, Bruce Pritchard. I think he chatted up wrong with this one. or try it up right, excuse me, because the whole idea to me is I've been to AEW events. I love AEW events.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of theirs. However, after like the 6th hour of a pay-per-view, I'm fucking tired. I want to go home. So limiting it to just a few hours, limiting it to the 5 matches, I think that's okay. I don't like the quality of the matches that we're putting out there. I want to throw that. But I do think the idea of limiting it for excitement, limiting it for remembrance tomorrow, and having the events and the moments that you want out of it, I think that's the right call.
Mob?
Man, I'm gonna just say this: more is more, less is less. And I don't know if Mr. Pritchard has realized lately that your 5 matches ain't been remembered. Your pay-per-view's been shit. So you could do 2 and people wouldn't remember them. So there's also another thing that I agree with Mike. I've damn near fell asleep at a few of those shows. But the thing is, though, what people got to understand is there's the couple shows on the undercard. Say there's 10 to 12 matches on the main card. We might look at it like you have your guaranteed 6, but there's probably a bunch of other people that enjoyed their guy was on the early show.
Yep.
Or their guy got a spot earlier in the card. So I gotta believe in most people think getting more bang for your buck is better. So
Carlos?
that's
It's 6-7, guys. You got to try to 6-7 craze. I think 6-7 is the ideal. 6-7, 6-7. I think that's the ideal match thing for me. With this, it's just about balancing, right? So if they're gonna only do those 4 or 5 matches with WWE, I want to see them do like what they did yesterday, put a world title change on a SmackDown, but also make sure that you're make sure that every title gets to get defended on the PLE throughout the year. Besides WrestleMania, like make sure at least one time throughout the year we see the women's U.S. title defended on a PLE. We see the United States title. Like just do a better job of balancing out your titles to where they get to have that main show, spotlight, and then that'd be fine.
All right, yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. I do like women's wrestling has been saving WWE lately. All right, this one right here is going to kick Stampede in the butt because he really likes these guys. But the Knockout Brothers, right after Wrestle Kingdom, was offered a contract by WWE, and they turned it down. Is staying in New Japan the smart move, career move, for the Knockout Brothers? Carlos, let's start with you, brother.
Yeah, because they have aura right now. Like these guys have aura. These guys can sell merch. Like they're a fun duo. Like they have aura now. If they go to WWE, they're gonna be washed down. Like I didn't have this on my bingo card when I saw these guys wrestling singles matches.
Yeah.
And then when they came out together, I'm like, fuck yeah, these guys are like again, they're right to stay. Good for them, and they know that their opportunity's there. They believe in themselves. I love any guy who believes in themselves and wants to try to again. Kudos to those guys for staying.
Bob.
I mean, I think they absolutely made the right move. One, the first thing about WWE is, do you want to be yourself or do you want to walk through that door? Because who knows what, you have no idea what is on the other side of that door. I think that they know they're in a good position. I think that right now it's essentially a war of worlds. You know what I'm saying? What side are you on? They might have just told the WWE, we not them guys. We like where we're at. So I think they made a better decision. Think they have a shit ton of companies they could wrestle at. Why go play in the circus when the world is your oyster right now?
No, I feel that. I do feel that. Brains.
Is there a tag team division at WWE? I forget.
God!
No, absolutely. I think they should stay there. Like they're not going to be used right now until WWE does something about focusing on all of the divisions at the same time. No, absolutely not. Don't go there.
I got to break a tiebreaker real fast between Carlos and Miz. Miz, we're going to start with you first. What if AEW called? I'm going to ask you guys the same question. If AEW called the Knockout Brothers, based on that tag team division over there, would it be smarter for them to go to AEW, or would it be smarter to go to WWE? I'm going to start with you, though. Mom.
I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to stay in the middle. I think that it would be smarter for them to stay exactly where they're at because they got, like they said, there's aura right now bubbling. They're about to explode. Everybody sees them. So it's like right now what you're doing is working. You go to AEW, might get stuck in the shuffle a little bit. Look at GYV.
Yeah.
And if you go to WWE, I just have no faith anything's ever going to happen with you. So I'm going to say the best option is stand in the middle, continue to do what you're doing, and eventually you'll get the contract you want, no matter where it is.
Carlos.
There's something I like to say, and it's called know your worth, right? So again, they go to AEW and say, hey, WWE is wanting us. So if we want us, you got to let us have dual contracts. So go to Tony Khan, get that dual contract, and get to work for both companies and have the best of both worlds.
I
utilize your worth.
Yeah, utilize your worth. And look, we talked about this on Good Morning IWC, Mob. Yota Ushi wants more money for the guys over in Japan. And Carlos is correct. A dual paycheck, one in the United States, one in Japan. You make more money that way, you know? So I got to give the point to Carlos on that one. So, my man, you get your 30 seconds. Come on, damn it. What is going on with these slides? Now.
I'm just going to take my 30 seconds right now for everybody watching to make sure if you ain't following Stampede, you ain't following Sped, or if you ain't following the Brains, I don't know where Pinky is right now. Or if you're not following Carlos, make sure you follow all these people. These are all great content creators. Make sure you get on over to their YouTubes and their spaces as well. But look I'm out. I'm going to enjoy the show, fellas. Good luck.
All right, we're going to get this. I was going to say jump. So we got the G1 is coming into Chicago, right? And Chicago, AEW was like, hey, how about we send some people over there? What do you guys think of this? AEW potentially sending people over to the G1. We'll start with Carlos, the champion.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, they have a lot of their stars there. I mean, New Japan's roster isn't the deepest right now as far as big stars for male division, or pretty much just the men's division. So yeah, utilize the stars there. Especially if they're going to be willing to like do the honors for your guys and give them some street cred. Hell yeah!
I feel that.
Sign me up. Sign it up. Do it.
My brain. Sorry, I was going to call you Michael.
You can call me either. I've been called worse. It's a no-brainer. Like you already have this partnership with them. There's already great talent in both. Rather than seeing the same group of people in the G1 that we usually see, why not put in some fresh talent in it, make it more fun? Just, by God, don't do 50-50 booking.
Yes.
Like, make it an actual thing on who's going to win it. Don't make it so we can obviously see at the end of it. Well, at the end of it, we're going to have an AEW guy and a New Japan guy, and an AEW guy might win the G1. No, just do the thing.
No,
do the match.
I feel that, and I'm going to give you the point because I do feel all of that. That's actually good. That was really good. Damn, you came in and dominated for some reason this week. Finn Balor.
Who let this guy in?
Yeah, who did? Finn Balor was also on What Do You Want to Talk About podcast, and he talked about how the difference between the Demon persona from WWE and New Japan, right? My question is, was WWE handling the Demon a creative misstep? And we're going to start with Michael, the brains, on this one.
So the major misstep that he talks about on this, and I agree with, and I honestly, I didn't know it until I heard the podcast. Like, the idea that he, steps into this paint deal because he just wanted a cool entrance. He wanted to be a cool thing that happened that he got to do on special events.
Yeah.
And then we turn it into this thing of there has to be a storyline. And the thing that hit me really hard on it was it means Finn was not good enough and it had to be the Demon.
Yeah.
How does that hit you as a character to go, my character wasn't good enough to win this match, so I had to get this being to take me over to do it? That's fucked up. So I understand why he's hesitant now of doing the whole thing.
No, I feel that. Carlos?
Oh, I definitely agree that they mishandled it and everything else, and it makes Finn look like less. But then Finn also has fuel to the fire. He makes it worse. Again, who's the guy who recommended the Demonito puppet for AAA? Finn Balor. So obviously he's all in on the Kool-Aid, so he can't criticize them when he's in on it with them. It's like, come on, Finn, really?
Yeah, that point goes to Carlos on that one. That one goes to Carlos. Come on. We got Edge's book is coming out here soon as this slide comes up. Edge has a book coming out planned for October 2026. This is the sudden death one. Will you be reading it? It's about, his time in, wrestling, his time outside of wrestling. It's a memoir, So will you guys be buying this? Will you be reading it? 2026. What do you guys think? Oh, my bad. Start with Mike. Sorry. That's on me.
That's all right. I'm going to look at the back page first and see who produced it. And then I'll decide if I'm going to read it. If it has WWE's logo anywhere on that, I'm not going to. Because then there's going to be some things that, as much as they are using their bravado right now with their podcasts, having it on written word on some of the crap that he probably had to go through, I'm not sure if they're going to put that in there. So I don't want a redacted history of Edge. I want the full
No, I feel that. I do.
history
Carlos?
of Edge.
Carlos?
I mean, he's one of my favorite wrestlers, but I'll be honest, I'm not going to read it because again, he's releasing it while he's still an active wrestler, so he's not gonna give all the juicy details. I'll just wait for all the notes to come out and for X to explode on tribalism about the book and have some good times that way.
I love that. God, I love that. All right, and I'm gonna have to do this for the first time. This time we have a 2-time champion. Carlos, you're the champ again, brother. That you came out of left field and said, "Listen, I won." Get your 1 minute of FaceTime, brother. Go for it.
All right, so I'm going to start with some self-promotion. Again, I'm part of the Wrestle Collective. Tomorrow we'll be doing our Queens Road episode. Again, if you're going to talk about it, be about it. And that's something that I try to do with this one. It's all about women's wrestling. We talk about women's wrestling for the month. So that's what I just encourage wrestling fans to do. If you're gonna talk about something, if you're gonna do about it, then go out of your way to support things that you talk about. Again, if you a champion Josie wrestling or champions woman, go check out Stardom. If you champion independent wrestling, go see an independent show in your area. Like if you're gonna talk about it, be about it. And that's what I ask. And again, I echo everything else. Support everybody that's on the show today. Make the IWC that you want to have, and again, keep your mental health above.
Oh man, that was beautiful. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got one more though. We got 30 seconds of the brains.
Just I can't say more how great the people are on this particular podcast and the people that we connect with, and people in the Gimmick Table Media group that we're a part of. So definitely hook up with any of these people. And I gotta give some credence to what Stampy was saying too. The whole tribalism thing. I'm so tired of hearing AEW versus WWE versus TNA versus all. It doesn't matter. If you don't like it, don't watch it. You have a clicker. Click to the next damn channel.
Love the way you just said that. You have a clicker. Beautiful. All right. But tune in next week.
It's also fake rage. Everybody has a phone on them too. They're multitasking.
Yeah, exactly. Just tune in next week right here, 3 p. Eastern Standard Time. And let's see who can beat Carlos for this title. Everybody say peace.
Peace.